I'm saxophonist Kirk Whalum. Welcome to Music City.
Hi, I'm Will Howard, and we're in one of our favorite cities in the country. We are in Nashville, Tennessee, and thanks to the folks at Boot Country, they've loaned me this hat so I can give a big Nashville welcome to you. This is the Boot Country, and you can buy one pair and get two free. Now, how could you turn that down?
I'm a honky-tonk man, ain't stop.
Broadway is much more than just a bunch of beer joints and honky-tonks. It's a place where folks come here that have honed their craft or honing it here. Artists, singers, songwriters, musicians. That's where that's what you're seeing when you come to Broadway.
Who comes up when the sun goes down? We're just singing those lines of sound. I'm a honky-tonk man, but I can't stop.
I mean, there's some shows I've played during the middle of the day, and I think there might be one person drinking. Everybody's drinking, sweet tea or Coke or something. It's not really about the drinking aspect as much as it is the music.
I'm a honky-tonk man, ain't to stop. Nothing in the world to really never know you from. I'm a honky-tonk man, hey, mama, can your daddy come home?
I was a counselor, went to school for 4 years. I needed to get my master's degree, and I said, well, why not just move to Nashville and do music full time?
I'm a honky-tonk man, I can't stop.
I moved here back in 2004 and have been playing professionally since I've been here.
Hey, mama, can your daddy come home? I'm a honky-tonk man.
My goal is not really to be Alan Jackson. My goal is to be an artist and be able to pay my bills and make as much money as I would as a master's level counselor. If I'm doing that, then I've accomplished my goal. And I get to see the world at the same time. So.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Nashville. My name is Clarence Dobbins, one of the thousands of musicians and singers that come to Nashville to be a star. We're on the famous South Broadway, where every star that intended on being a star is now a star. I've lived in Nashville all my life, and South Broadway is about the same as it was 20 years ago. Record stores, honky-tonks. Nashville and the Ryman Auditorium, home of the Grand Ole Opry, opened their doors to artists such as Al Green, Rufus Thomas, and of course yours truly, Clarence Dobbins, fulfilling a lifelong dream.
This is where it all started. This is the Ryman Auditorium, or the Grand Ole Opry House as it was known years ago. It started off as the Union Baptist Tabernacle in 1881 but it's what started Nashville. It's what made Nashville Music City. We'll hear more now from our contact here, our friend Rubel, who was here and knew the history.
Hi, I'm saxophonist Kirk Whalum. Welcome to Music City.
Grand Ole Opry began in 1925, and they started having the Grand Ole Opry in the Ryman Auditorium right behind Broadway here in the early 40s, and it's been there ever since. So the country music stars used to come down to play at the Ryman. They'd hang out in these clubs here on Lower Broadway.
Now you still have a little bit of the same thing going on. You'll have the younger entertainers coming over. 4 months of the year we have the Grand Ole Opry at the Ryman still today. So during that time, you know, when you go in and out of the clubs, you might see just about anybody that would be playing on the Ryman stage that night in the honky-tonks here on Lower Broadway. One unique thing about the clubs here on Broadway, there's never a cover charge. Even on New Year's Eve, there's not a cover charge. So you can go in and out of any club that you want to at any time.
We have music starting in the morning, usually at 11 o'clock, and it goes all day and all night until 2:30 a.m. So they do a lot of video shoots in these clubs too. We've had Hank Williams Jr., Pam Tillis, and Big and Rich, and several others come in and do photo shoots and video shoots. So a lot of times you may be looking at a country music video and realize that you've been in that club if you've been in here on Broadway, because you'll recognize some of the scenery.
MSN.com recently named Legends Corner one of America's top 10 best music venues, calling it a classic Music City hotspot. When you walk in the door of Legends Corner, you'll see a huge collection of albums on the wall and unusual musical instruments from around the world. Even Rachel Ray from TV's $40 a Day enjoyed the entertainment and a Legends Honky Tonk Lemonade while filming here.
Hi, my name is Rusty Danmeyer. I play the steel guitar, and known as they say the steel guitar cries on country records these days. And, kind of like this. The steel guitar is different from the regular standard guitar in the fact that it sits flat on 4 legs, have 8 floor pedals, well that varies, floor pedals and knee levers, and we slide a metal bar along the strings to get different chords and different tones. Y'all make sure you stop down and see all the bands here on Lower Broadway.
The stage on Broadway is Lower Broadway's hottest, edgiest place to party. There's always live country music daily and never a cover charge. Check out the huge mural of great country music legends. Hank Williams Jr., Pam Tillis, Brooks and Dunn, Montgomery Gentry, and many more of country music's greatest have used the stage for filming videos and TV specials. You never know who will show up tonight at the stage on Broadway.
An interesting thing about the history of Nashville music is the fact that the diversity of it, the rich cultural heritage of it, is not a new thing, it's an old thing. But it's something that kind of got funneled into what the world views as a sort of one-horse town, where Nashville is country music. And that's true, but it's a kind of half-truth, because if you go back far enough, you can see that there was both ethnic diversity as well as musical diversity that was built into the fabric of the musical landscape here in Nashville.
Step inside this Lower Broadway honky-tonk and you know you're in Nashville. Antique radios and memorabilia from the old Country Music Hall of Fame line the walls of this real-deal country music honky-tonk. CMT filmed their show 40 Greatest Drinking Songs starring Winona Judd, as did Tim McGraw's Monday Night Football halftime show for the NFL 2006 season. You're watching the Nashville Hotel Channel. City Buzz Nashville. For more information on anything you've seen on this program, visit our website, VisitorsTVNetwork.com, where you can view all of the video for this city as well as all of the other cities in our network, and link directly to the attraction's website, and get more information such as the restaurant menus, the local weather forecast, calendar of events, and directions from your hotel. All this and more at VisitorsTVNetwork.com.
My honey Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile.
Hi, I'm jazz vocalist Paula James Chavis. Welcome to Music City, Nashville, the home of the Parthenon, one of Nashville's historic landmarks. The Parthenon stands proudly as the centerpiece of Centennial Park. It serves as the center of Nashville's art museum with primary focus on a permanent collection of 63 19th and 20th century paintings. The recreation of the 42-foot statue Athena is the focus of the Parthenon, just as it was in ancient Greece. As an elementary educator, I brought my students to field trips at the Parthenon. As an entertainer, I travel to many states, but when I'm home, you can find me in most of Nashville's country clubs, fine dinner restaurants, and fun heritage jazz festivals. Singing for me began in church, and that's a tradition that remains in my life today.
The Stage on Broadway is Lower Broadway's hottest, edgiest place to party. There's always live country music daily and never a cover charge. Check out the huge mural of great country music legends. Hank Williams Jr., Pam Tillis, Brooks and Dunn, Montgomery Gentry, and many more of country music's greatest have used the stage for filming videos and TV specials. You never know who will show up tonight at the Stage on Broadway.
Nashville is one of the most haunted historic cities in the South due to the tales of Confederate ghosts, Southern belles, and some of country music's biggest stars. Join Nashville Ghost Tours and discover the dark mysteries of some of Nashville's most recognizable landmarks. Or, for a change of pace, enjoy one of our social, spirit-filled haunted tavern tours. One of the city's most famous ghost stories involves a never-ending feud between two spirits at the Tennessee State Capitol building. In 1845, Philadelphia architect William Strickland began construction on the state capitol, but there were several delays in construction due to a local politician named Samuel Morgan. Morgan wanted to use cheaper materials, but Strickland viewed the Capitol as his masterpiece and wanted it to last for generations. They would often argue about the project on the grounds, screaming and yelling at each other right in front of their construction crews. This would often delay construction for months at a time. This is the primary reason it took 14 years to complete. In fact, architect William Strickland died in 1854 and never saw it finished. But because he had given his life to the city, Nashville decided to give him a very rare honor and have entombed him within the state capitol building itself. And it was a rare honor, but not a completely exclusive one, because there's one other man entombed in the state capitol, and that man was his bitter enemy, Samuel Morgan. The belief is that these two men are still so unhappy about being buried here together that they are still fighting with each other in the afterlife as ghosts. For over a century, these two spirits have been heard arguing in the late hours of the night. If you listen carefully, you can still hear them fighting and arguing tonight. If you would like to discover the haunted history of Nashville for yourself, or would like more information, visit NashvilleGhostTours.com or call area code 615-884-3999 and come join us and discover Nashville's original haunted walking tour.
There is an incredible amount of generosity in Nashville. It's one of the trademarks, the hallmarks of the city. A very large number of people came together to make this grand hall possible. It is absolutely one of the finest concert halls in the world. I think it will go down in history as being such. And it really helps complete the picture of Music City as being truly Music City, a place where all forms of music are revered.
I play with the symphony, and we do opera, and we do ballet, and we've got this wonderful facility now to show the people of Nashville what a good orchestra we really have. Everybody in the Nashville Symphony pretty much is involved with pops or commercial music. So this orchestra really plays that music well, and most of us, I think, really enjoy the pops.
Okay, you're on, honey, but just remember, Tennessee is more than a great stage for music. This stage is set for you.
In Tennessee, the stage is set for fun, adventure, excitement, romance, and memories to last a lifetime.
The stage is set for you, honey. Come play on it.
Call or click for your free Tennessee vacation guide today.
615 Music was started by me in 1984, and what the company does is we specialize in doing musical arrangements and songs and promotional music for networks and television shows. Most recently, we've done quite a bit of work for the Today Show on NBC.
It's a new day today. Tell me what's been going on.
It's been a lot of fun to sort of use the great musicians here in Nashville that play on records every day to come in and play on all these great pieces that air on the networks. Nashville really is a lot of different things these days. It still is the country music capital of the world, but more and more we're doing music for networks and television shows, and it's just a wealth of talented musicians and composers and arrangers, and we find it in our business just fantastic to have the kind of depth of musical talent here. Music Row has really been an interesting place in that when you walk around Music Row for the first time, you notice all these older homes that have been converted to music businesses, whether it's publishers or a manager, a recording studio, or a record company. And one of the interesting things about Music Row here is that you literally can get to just about any of these music businesses within about a 5-minute walk.
I've played a lot of stages over the years, but there's one I never get tired of that's set for a great time, day or night, Tennessee.
There's no end to the beauty, music, and adventure starring in Tennessee. For an unforgettable vacation or weekend getaway any time of the year, we've got the perfect stage for you.
Let's pick it up a little bit, honey. There's all kinds of things to do in Tennessee, but next time, let's take the pink Cadillac.
Call or click for your free Tennessee vacation guide.
Blues power, you know, we're gonna do some blues right here like this. 3! I said blues. We're gonna do the blues. I mean, hit me hard.
Most music comes from gospel, of course, and blues comes from gospel. There was a song said the blues had a baby and they call it rock and roll. So pretty much everybody can relate to the blues because the blues is similar to country music. It reflects one's feelings and the story of your life, so to speak.
I don't want your sister coming by on the one, because the girl, she talks too much. If she want to visit, tell your sister to visit us on Sunday. It's on Sunday after church.
So everything is something to make people feel happy. And one of the biggest misconceptions about blues is it's to be sad. But I personally have said that blues is the antidote to the blues. If you got bit by a snake, you need snake venom to make you feel better. If you have the blues, you listen to blues and you'll feel better. So blues is the antidote to the blues. And that's something else I learned from working with B.B. King.
I started playing guitar when I was about 10. Played through bands all the way from the time I was about 14 until now. I went to school at North Dakota State University in Fargo, North Dakota, and where I was going for pre-med, and I got asked to join a road band, and I left halfway through my senior year to come to Nashville. We've been down here for 2 years. The name of the band is 32 Below. Fortunately, I was an EMT IV before I moved to Tennessee, so I have that to fall back on. Until we make it big, I'll just keep driving this ambulance.